One of the things that just dawned on me, we've never heard back from the young lady whose husband was on the ship that was quarantined after it left San Diego, and I'm curious to see if she's had any further input from her spouse.
She has. She did not, as of our show last week, she had not. Betty, is she there with you today? If she's not, can you call her on the phone and ask her if she's gotten any report on what's going on? Because it's been almost 60 days. And I'd like to know if me personally, and if you'd let me know, I'll send an email out to Mr. Chapman if you can't get it before the end of the show, because we got about 7 more minutes. I'd really appreciate it. To get that
these human interest things really interest people. I know that I put a lot of letters in my publication that people send me, and what happens is that then more people send more information, and I'm like a vacuum cleaner. And I suck in all this information and put it out twice a week, and the volume just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. In fact, I wouldn't have the volume were it not for the subscribers and others who send information in. And now I'm having to use a lot of links. And I think I have 4 or 5 pages of links. But the stuff that I'm getting is so pertinent. And why should I have to go and rewrite the stuff when the stuff is just as good as I can do it in the first place? So I'm using the links, and there's incredible information there.
California is being typed as we speak. It says, Drew, Jane tells me that her husband's ship is due in port tomorrow. She's been advised that 2 soldiers had died at sea due to the flu. They're still under a semi-quarantine, but there are 16 doctors on board that were shipped out to sea, and the ship is due to arrive in San Diego between 1100 hours tomorrow and 1600 hours tomorrow afternoon. I will be able to give you a better report then. Jane tells me her husband was one of the inflicted. He had temperatures of 104 and 105 degrees for 6 days, unable to take fluid. He was fluid, and he was under an IV for 4 days after he was just laid in the infirmary for a day and a half. Medical teams came in from 2 aircraft carriers, and the ship was basically under guard for 21 days. The ship has now been being brought back to port under a new commanding officer, as one of the dead men is the commanding officer.
Oh my God! It doesn't get any worse. And here they quarantined them because they gave them shots, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is a great story, and I want it in detail. It'll be all over the IF. I will blast it over every radio station that I'm on. I'm going to create a nightmare for these people.
She says that most of the information that I just gave you is semi-classified. However, they can't hide the death of a lieutenant commander who was the captain of this vessel, and they can't hide the death of a Master Chief Petty Officer.
Well, no one's going to know where the story came from. It's as simple as that. So I want the story if I can get it, and we'll publish it.
Understood. She comes back in and she says, we really appreciate the news getting out, especially from your newsletter and what Drew is doing. It's like, here we are, nobody knows what the truth is. We've got too many secrets, and nobody wants to know what the real truth is. The military is being treated like guinea pigs.
Absolutely. It's tragic, and this is not the first time it's gone on, over and over and over again.
Oh, you got to be kidding. She comes back in and she says there are 3 other ships that are now being leaked out as being infected, but we don't have any other information other than there are 3 ships at sea that are under semi-quarantine observation.
Well, what they must have done, and I'm only guessing, is that they were using live swine flu shots to see what kind of effect it would be on those who were the guinea pigs with the live ones.